Hello and welcome to another meeting of the Tropical Rum Society. As always, I am Matt, but we are not in our usual location and it's already frustrating me because there's flies flying around me. But today, as promised, we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and rather than reviewing a rum, we are going to be using one, which I believe we have talked about before, to make a cocktail. So today we are making something called the El Presidente, which is a stirred rum-based cocktail. So obviously, Tropical Rum Society, it's still gonna have to be a rum cocktail, but it's one that I haven't really had too much of before. I've tasted it once or twice, but I'm keen to make it. So we're out here, we're gonna make one. It's a beautiful day for it, even though it's probably only like 14 degrees, so sunny, but not warm. But yeah, so here's all the things that we need. It's a nice simple one, only 4 ingredients. So we have LIllet Blanc. You can also use a Bianco Vermouth is the standard one, but Lillet is what I've got. We are using some Havana Club Añejo today, as well as some Cointreau for our orange liqueur, and we have Grenadine as well. So we'll get stuck into it, and I have just realized that the most important thing that I need is ice, and I've left it inside. So I will be right back. So one of the things that I told myself I was going to try and do at the start of this video was to try and do it all in one take, just for a little bit of a difference from my usual videos, which have a lot of edits, but already messed that up, so awesome. Anyway, we've got our bowl of ice now, so I'm going to take some of these and throw them in here to begin this cocktail. And as I said, this is a stirred, not a shaken cocktail. Maybe a couple more. So yeah, it's a stirred, not a shaken cocktail. It's a little bit different from the ones that I usually make, and I am by no means a professional cocktail maker, but I would call myself a professional cocktail drinker. Definitely had a lot of them in my day. So we're going to start off with the Lillet over here. This one we're going for a single ounce, so we'll use the we've just lost the lid and it's gone underneath the deck. Awesome, that's going to be fun to find later. So we're doing 1 ounce of Lillet and a little bit onto the bench as well, because my pouring for cocktails is apparently even worse than my pouring for tastings. Next up we have Cointreau, which is a struggle to open all the time. I don't think it's even going to open, so we might have to cut to another shot. Looks like I'm just pulling the metal off the top of the plastic lid and it's not even opening. Ah, there we go, we've got it. So as I said, we're doing 1 ounce of that as well, and we've got just enough, which is good. Now finally we have our main ingredient, the whole reason that everyone comes to the Tropical Rum Society, for the rum, obviously. This is a 2 ounce pour that we have of this. We're using Havana Club Añejo because this is a Cuban cocktail, so it makes sense to use a Cuban rum, and I like the Havana Club. So we're looking for an aged or a dark rum for this. You wouldn't go with a white. You could, but I wouldn't recommend it because we want some extra flavor in there. So the dark aged rum is definitely going to work a little bit better. So that's why we've gone with the Havana Club Añejo. And that's pretty much it. We just need a small teaspoon's worth of Grenadine, partly for color, partly for the sweetness and flavor. So there we go. That's about a teaspoon. We'll drop that in and give this a stir. Nice and simple. So like I said, basically a 3 ingredient cocktail. You don't really need the Grenadine, but I have it, so why not use it? So there we go. That's all stirred up. And now I don't have a strainer as well because I am super prepared. So we're just going to use this spoon that I happen to have. We're just going to put that over the top there. It's basically a homemade cocktail. We're not being fancy. We're not at a bar. We're out here in nature. So there we go.
I didn't get that.
All right. Thanks, Siri. Anyway, there we go. That's it. The El Presidente. Next thing to do is to drink it. So the El Presidente, we'll give it a bit of a sniff here. The main thing that I get out of this is the orange kind of smell. Very light, citrusy. bit floral as well. It's quite sweet on the nose, but we're not getting too much rum out of that. Like, it's definitely heavier on the citrus, the orange side of things, but it does smell very enchanting, very delighting. I like the color of it as well. It's quite nice. I would call it on a summer's day, but it's not a summer's day today. So we'll have a sip as well. That is a lovely cocktail. If you haven't had an El Presidente before, I would highly recommend it. That is some fantastic stuff. It's very easy to drink, very boozy. Like, as you see, we've basically just got alcohol in here apart from this syrup, but it does not taste like it. It's very smooth, very mellow, very easy drinking. And this would definitely be a dangerous one to have if you had it on a home cocktail list, because I'm sure if people don't know what's in it, they will go through quite a few of these and get pretty drunk before they can tell. So, dangerous one for sure. Fantastic stuff though. I love it. I love it. So that's pretty much it. We're going to wrap it up here today. We're trying something a little bit different. It's not that usual rum review style. We've done a bit of a cocktail review, showing you how to put it together, but I want to know what you think of this video. So, do you want to see more of those rum reviews? Do you want to see more cocktails? What are the people looking for? Let me know in the comments down below. In the meantime, I have a cocktail to go finish off, and also have to go climbing underneath the deck to go find that lid that I've lost. So I will see you in next week's meeting, and thanks for stopping by.